Hey, welcome to the Dray Way. Speaking of the Dray Way, I got the Dray Way Jr. here. Say hi, son.
Hi.
Yeah, hey, I am really glad you're here. This is a special show today, and you couldn't be here at a better time. So let's get started. Let's go! Hey, welcome to the Dray Way. By the way, if you have not hit the subscribe button yet, I would go ahead and do that. If you don't want to, okay. But it would be really nice if you did, because I do one of these shows every single day. Yep, every single day. So I want you to be part of it. So hit the subscribe button. And by the way, always make sure you leave comments. You guys do the best comments, and I read them all. So make sure you are leaving the comments, because what we got to talk about today is I got to talk about Texas. I have to talk about Texas because Texas sucks. Texas is just getting ridiculous, and it's getting ridiculous because it's busy getting rid of THC. It's busy getting they want to get rid of toys in Texas. If you get my drift, Texas is wanting to tell its own adults in the state how to live their lives. And I've always said Texas is a terrible place to live. My buddy who just moved there 2 years ago has already last year had a flood, 3 feet of water in his house. And then just 2 weeks ago, hail damaged both his cars and a $16,000 in damage on his house. So he called me up the other day and he's like, get me out of here, 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 sell my house, get me out of here. I'm done. I'm done. So yeah, and that's the, like, for example, today, San Antonio is going to have horrific weather. Yeah, San Antonio, Texas, you can expect severe winds, hail. I mean, just you can expect a lot of damage. And that's why I tell people all the time, why do you want to live someplace that has the threat of tornadoes, hurricanes, severe storms? It doesn't make any sense. And now you have the legislature trying to get rid of, I guess there's billions of dollars worth of THC being sold because people are seeking comfort in the state. And now the state wants to ban it statewide and make it a severe crime. And it's just, when are adults going to be allowed to act like adults? When is this going to happen? Because I just don't understand it. I don't understand how a state thinks people are supposed to live free when you want to restrict everything, like abortion, And I don't mean to get into a whole dissertation about that. I don't mean to sit here and go into all of it, when it comes to that. But come on, folks. Come on. You shouldn't be in parking lots. Women have to go into sepsis before they'll be admitted. Their lives have to be this close to ending before a physician in Texas can touch her. How is this about life? I don't mean to turn it into, but it just has to do with Texas as a whole. And when I saw the legislation they're trying to pass and get rid of these THC companies and the companies doing business in Texas, I was just like, enough's enough. If you live in Texas, just tell me why. Why do you want to live someplace that is just constantly trying to attack your own liberty, your own ability to live your life and do what you want to do? Why do you want to live in that? Why is that okay to you? Because to me, it's It stands against everything that red states supposedly are for. This whole liberty thing is a bunch of nonsense because what it basically comes down to is Texas and red states like it want you to live life how they want you to live it. Yeah, that's not really living life, by the way. Yeah, when you have states telling you how to live your life, I don't think anybody signs up for that, do they? But that's what Texas is doing right now. Besides the fact that their weather sucks, the insects are too big. I mean, I could just go on and on and on about Texas. Did you just drop your phone from the second story building? My son literally dropped his phone from the second story. Who drops a phone from 2 stories? Does the phone still work? Wow. No, it's not indestructible. Please don't try. Please don't ever try that again, or do that again, or anything like that again. Oh, there's no scratches on it. Yeah, it just dropped from 2 stories.
Look.
Drayton.
No cracks.
Yeah, no cracks. Let's not hang a phone over the side of a building. Come on, man. Yeah, okay. Well, keep the phone back. Don't hang the phone over the damn. See that? You never know what you're going to get on the Dray Way. And you think I'm editing that out? I'm not. If you haven't learned yet, I don't edit much of anything. Yeah. You know, I do watch. Speaking of editing, I got to bring this up. There's this guy that does real estate and stuff similar to I do. His name's Mike Bolderone or I don't know how to say his last name, but he walks around in muscle shirts, which is very strange, and he wears these sunglasses. And yeah, never mind. I was going to get into it, but I guess I better not. I don't want to pick on Mike, but I digress. Anyway, back to Texas. I don't think the legislature really cares about the people in Texas. I think it just really wants to tell people how to live in Texas. Let me know what you think in regards to Texas. It's one of those red states I really, really, really don't like, as you can tell. I have other red states that I think are equally as disastrous as Texas. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know do you think Texas is as terrible as I do? And if you live in Texas, please tell me why. I can't wait to hear why somebody lives in that godforsaken state. Don't go anywhere. More Dray Way to come. I have another success story, and I wanted to tell you guys about it. I happen to be one of those people that think that age gap relationships are perfectly fine. I have no issues with it. I think women in their 20s and 30s are absolutely captivating. They're beautiful. They're intelligent. They're fun. They have energy that is boundless many times. And I find that very attractive. And so do other men. And unfortunately, in our society, if you like dating younger women, it's a problem. Back in the 70s, the 60s and 70s, people of color with white people in couples and stuff like that, that was an issue. It's not an issue today. In fact, it's people don't even give it a second look. Back in the 80s and 90s, the whole, gay thing was a big deal. And of course, now, again, 2 guys holding hands, nobody even looks. It's like, it's no big deal. But in 2025, if you are a 50-year-old male with a 25-year-old woman, ho, 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 ho. Ho, 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 ho. Yeah, that is an entirely different ballgame. And you are scorned by people. You are looked at as a freak of nature. How dare you date someone young and attractive? How dare you do that? Well, of course, I've been doing it for years. I've been doing it for years. And I don't see any shame in it whatsoever. And there is a growing age gap population relationship dynamic going on. And it's gotten kind of strange because now my buddies call me and they're like, hey, do you know somebody? And I'm like, well, actually, I do. And that's what I was going to tell you guys about. There's a girl that just graduated college a couple years ago, and she hurt her knee. She was in sports and had hurt her knee. And she was working at a warehouse. Beautiful 24-year-old girl. Beautiful. And she was working at a warehouse, and it was just the concrete floors. It was just too much for her knee. And she was, her mother was telling me, you know, she's struggling. She doesn't know what she's going to do and stuff like that, you know. And she's very smart, very nice. So I fixed her up with a buddy of mine that's a 46-year-old dentist. He just got divorced last year because his wife was cheating on him. And here it is 6 months later, and yesterday they called me from Monaco. Yeah, they had they've been doing this whole European trip together for the last 2 weeks, and they called me from Monaco. And they're doing really, really well. He's taking good care of her. She's not working anymore. She's, I guess, doing some things online with ladies' undergarments or something like that. She's got a small boutique business now, but all she needs is a computer, and it enables her to travel with him wherever he goes. And his dentistry is offices at the point, he's got 3 of them, that he's got a manager in place, and now he goes on trips every 3 months. So the 2 of them are getting along really good. So I'm starting to think I'm pretty good at this. This is the 3rd couple I've put together that are still together. All 3 of them are still together. Yeah. And let's see, the age gap relationship is, well, with those 2, it's 22 years. With the other couple, it's 28 years. And yeah, both the other 2 are 28 and 29 years. 28 and 29 years. So yeah, I'm getting really good with this age gap thing. I think there might be a business in there. I think I'm going to have to talk to ChatGPT and see how I can turn this into a business, because I think I'm pretty good at it. I'm pretty good at matching up these men with these attractive younger females. I think I may have a new career path. I found something I'm pretty good at. Ain't that something? But anyway, I just thought I'd share that story with you. It's amazing in this day of dating and stuff like that, and all the stories I see on TikTok and I see on social media of people having such a hard time. I think the thing that we're having such a hard time with is just remembering what dating is supposed to be. Dating's supposed to be fun. Dating's supposed to be about just getting together and having a good time together. And somehow I think dating has changed over the years, because I think the focus is now dating for marriage. And I think, especially as a young man, you know, a man in my 20s and 30s, what would I suggest a man in his 20s and 30s do? Do not, absolutely, positively do not get married. Don't do that, you know. Focus on you, focus on your career. There will be plenty of time for that later on. But especially in your 20s and early 30s, don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. That would be my advice. The question is, what would your advice be? Let me know in the comments. If you're a guy, would you marry in the 20s again? Would you do that? Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. I have a final thought. My final thought today is all about family, all about the future, and this right here is my future. This right here is my guy. And soon, I don't know, he'll say when, but soon he's going to have his own show on YouTube, aren't you? Yeah, yeah. This handsome guy is going to have his own show. Can you imagine this pretty face on YouTube every day? Woo! Yeah, what do you think, son? How do you think that pretty face is going to do on YouTube? But that would be my final thought. This summer, spend as much time as you can with your family. I have elderly parents, and I have a beautiful son. I will be spending as much time with them as I possibly can. Make sure this summer you make lots and lots of memories with your family, because ultimately, this is what's the most important thing in your life. Right, son? All right, tell everybody goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
That's it? Just goodbye? You're not going to tell them thanks for stopping by and
Thanks for stopping by
and watching our show?
and watching our show.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
All right. We'll see you next time, tomorrow, right here on the Dray Way. And tell them, don't forget to subscribe.
Don't forget to subscribe.
There you go. Beautifully said. I couldn't have said it better, son.